Good afternoon. This is Ask Marie. I did a video, part one, on how to get a mortgage for your home, for a home. And that was part A. I want to reiterate the fact that you do have to have, for once, good credit. Now, some people don't really have good credit. They have what you call marginal credit, which means chances are they may have to go to through a mortgage broker, and that mortgage broker will find a lender that will accept them and give them a mortgage. But it won't be easy, and it won't be at a low interest rate. Generally, those mortgages are at a high interest rate, but if you're willing to wait, you can get the high interest mortgage and pay 12, 13 months at that high rate, then refinance after you have established a new credit score. It takes generally about 12 months to get a credit score fixed. So you can work on your credit, and as I was mentioning in the closing of the part one, is that you cannot pay half a bill. If the credit card is asking for $65, don't think that $50 constitutes a payment, because it does not. If you give them less than the minimum that they're asking for, they can charge late charges. They're in their right to charge late charges. This is not good. If you're paying late charges, first of all, that's a waste of money. That's poor use of a dollar. But that could set you back in your budget. Now, what you need to do, for starters, to sit down with a piece of paper, write all of your bills out, and write how much each bill cost at minimum minimum that what they're ever asking for on the credit card or whatever bill you're paying. Now, I don't think that you can pay utilities at a half price unless you call the company and ask permission to pay half. Then that's different. But without calling them and making arrangements to pay half, you need to pay the whole amount that they've asked for and not leave a balance carrying from one month to the next month, because eventually you're going to have to pay it all anyway. So a phone call can make a difference. A letter can make a difference. But try to pay the whole amount. Write down on this piece of paper every bill you have and every expense that it will cost. How much will the electric bill cost? How much will this bill? How much will that bill cost? Credit cards. Total it up, and you will see right there whether it's time for you to even think in terms of buying a house. Well, if that's the case, give it time and discipline, because these companies are asking for consistency. Now, the credit bureau is asking for consistency, not to necessarily just pay the whole amount off and not have that bill anymore, unless it's only a $10 balance and they're asking for the whole 10. That's a little different. But to pay whatever they're asking for or more if you can. Now, it may be feasible to get a second job, a second part-time job. You don't want to work yourself to death, I know, but you not only have to cut down on spending money on things that you don't really need, like new clothes and new appliances, etc., that you can do without for a while. You can make that sacrifice, get the second job. That will add more to your income, and that would be healthy when you eventually apply for a mortgage. Your income will show as a higher amount, and you'll need that for a lower interest rate. But do exercise the caution of how you spend your money. Know where every penny is going. That's important. And then you can get yourself a mortgage one way or the other, either through a mortgage broker, or you might be able to have a good enough score to go straight to a lender. Remember these points, and if you write down your bills and write down the payments and the date of the payments, you will feel and see which way you're going. And if you do that, you can only go one way, really, and that's up. You go into an increase because eventually, like I told you in the first part, these bills, especially credit cards, will be paid off if you don't use it. Cash and carry should be your method from the minute you decide that you're going to fix your credit till you can get a mortgage or get a house. And cash and carry is your best method. That's the way we did it years ago before credit cards were even invented. Everything seems to be credit. Okay, credit for a house, credit for a car. But you should not be buying bread and milk on credit. You should not be buying clothes on credit. Continue to make do with what you have. It's not convenient. It's not easy. No, it's not easy, but it's doable. People are doing it every day and they're moving into their homes. I hope this information is valuable to you. And I trust that you will start and make your decision today and start writing down things that you need to do. Do be blessed and do subscribe.